Hey everybody, today I'm going to do a machine comparison between the Vlad Blad Avenger 2 Pro and the Bishop Wand Liner. A lot of people have asked me to compare these two machines, and hopefully today I can answer some of your questions and help you figure out which one you should buy. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Tyler, isn't the clear winner the Vlad Blad because of all the different strokes? It's so versatile. No, it's not that easy. I wish it were, but it's not. The reason a lot of people have asked me to do a comparison between these two machines is because of their similar strokes. The Vlad Blad goes anywhere from 3.2 millimeters to 5.5 millimeters, and the Bishop Wand has a 5 millimeter stroke. That makes them both very capable of being very hard-hitting machines, which is good for lining, stipple shading, whip shading, color packing, and solid black work. I won't be going through all their specs in this video since I did full feature reviews on both of them. This is just a machine comparison. If you want to see the full reviews, I will link them above and below for you to go check them out. But what I will be doing in this video is comparing both of these machines in the same situations based on my experience. The first thing that you're gonna wanna ask yourself is, do I want a pen style machine? And if the answer is no, you should go and buy the Vlad Blad. But if the answer is, I just want the best machine for the job, then just keep watching this video. I'm gonna be going through a couple different categories and telling you what machine is best for what. So the first category that we're gonna start off with is lining. For fine lining with an extra tight 3, I do like the Vlad Blad a little bit better because I like the counterweight on the back of my hand to kind of steady out my tattooing. With a little getting used to though, the wand performs just as well with fine liners. The difference between the two is when you're using a 7 liner and bigger, I do find that the wand performs better than the Vlad Blad when it comes to lining with bigger liners. It just seems like it's much more effortless. Don't get me wrong though, the Vlad Blad does not disappoint. It does perform really well with larger groupings. I just find myself gravitating more so to the wand when I have a big outlining day opposed to the Vlad Blad. So 1 point for the wand liner. Next, let's talk about whip shading. I use a tight 3-round liner and whip shade with it in a lot of my work. I think it gives really good texture and good dimension to my tattoos. In this case, the Vlad Blad blows the wand right out of the water. That's such a weird expression, like blowing things out. Never mind. I'm able to slow that machine down so much, and I'm able to get really nice space between the machine hits, and the hits are still powerful. The machine doesn't have any trouble pushing the cartridge. On the other hand, the wand, once you slow it down past like 4.5 volts, it has a really hard time pushing the cartridge, and sometimes it won't even kickstart on for the very first time. So you have to shut it off, turn up the voltage, and then turn it back on. Also, I feel like if I slow the wand down and try to whip shade with it, I feel like the dots aren't spaced out enough and I have to move my hand faster than I want to. Because with whip shading, I kind of like to take my time to be able to kind of carve out shapes and do my thing. So the Vlad Blad definitely takes the whip shading category. So far, the score is 1-1. We are tied. Next, let's talk about dot shading, not to be confused with what we were talking about a second ago, which was whip shading. I'm talking about when you're individually stippling every single dot in the skin by hand and not moving your hand really fast. I think that the wand has the advantage over the Vlad Blad because of its powerful hit. You only really need to quickly hit the skin with the tip of the needle to be able to saturate each dot. So you're able to move faster, and I feel like it's a much more efficient way to stipple. Not only that, it doesn't have any back weight. So with the Vlad Blad, you have that little bit of back weight, and if you're doing this all day, it tires your wrist out a lot quicker if you're using the Vlad Blad opposed to the wand. And I definitely did find when doing stippling like that, my wrist got a lot more tired really quick with the Vlad Blad. So this makes the score, the wand, 2, Vlad Blad 1. Next, let's talk about solid black and solid color. Even though I was really nervous to try the wand for solid black and solid color because of the powerful hit, I didn't want to tear up anybody's skin. I have found that using the wand liner for solid black and solid color, I get solid saturation every single time first pass. And once again, the Vlad Blad does not disappoint in this area. It packs solid black and solid color really effortlessly. Now this one is kind of up to you, depending on how aggressive of a hit you want for solid black or solid color. The wand is a very aggressive hit and you have to be careful. You have to be confident because you can mess somebody up with it. I will say on the other side, the Vlad Blad is a little bit more forgiving, and I think that it does a little bit less trauma to the skin when you are doing solid black and solid color. I'm giving this a tie. I can't decide. This really depends on how you tattoo and how confident you are in putting ink into somebody's skin. So the score is still 2-1 Bishop. Next, in a very similar category, we'll talk about color blending, and just like color packing, full saturated color, it's kind of up to you. It is very easy to blend color with the Bishop wand, also with the Vlad Blad. So Just like last round, I'm gonna give this a tie. But at the same time, this is my last category, and that means that the wand liner has won 2-1 against the Vlad Blad in this comparison video. The Bishop won this comparison because it hits like Chris Brown, and all of the categories in this video were about needing a hard-hitting machine. This win does come with a big asterisk for me, even though I do recommend the wand liner for harder-hitting situations. If you did have money for just one machine, I would go ahead and buy the Vlad Blad instead because of its all-around versatility. At the end of the day, if you buy either one of these machines, I cannot see you being disappointed. They are currently my 2 favorite machines, and I cannot see that changing anytime soon. So tell me, do you like this kind of video where I compare 2 different machines? If you do, comment down below the 2 different machines that you would like to see me compare, and I will see if I can get my hands on them. Either way, I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope that you have a good day.